So while he's dazed, I'm gonna grab him by the back of the head, and I'm gonna shove his face into the cage, and I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna run him from one corner to the other. And
Ooh.
then as I'm doing it, I'm gonna drop and give him one of those, and
Ooh.
that's gonna be real.
Oh, wow. As always, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we bring you again to tonight's episode of Monday Night Gnaw. I know you're all super excited and happy to see what we have in store for you this evening, and I can't wait to tell you all about it. Tonight's matchup, the first one of the evening, a good old-fashioned match for us to get started. Two opponents who haven't seen each other in the ring at all, mostly because one's been stuck in a freezer. We have ourselves half of the newly formed tag team with Yeehaw Jones. And he will be taking on the ice cream master himself, Cold Stone Cream Austin. In a regular matchup this evening, no extra stipulations at this time. Management's trying to play it safe a little bit, getting people back into everything. Let's hear from these contenders before this awesome engagement. Yeehaw, how are you feeling about this?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm feeling on top of the mountaintop, even higher than the Appalachian Mountains themselves, because the Appalachian Outlaws are here, me and Matt Savage, and we are here to bring some law to this lawless land that you got here. And if I'm gonna have to start off this reign of justice by sending a caveman back to the icebox, I will, because I gotta tell you, your ice cream, no, ain't nothing special. But I'm wondering if maybe, just maybe, and I'm gonna roll real here
Ooh.
because I have the reputation thing for when I first appear on an episode. I have a +1. I have a -1 actually. Oh, I got an 8, which
That's a
means
success.
that's a success. I would like to add a stipulation to this match.
Oh boy! What would
Oh
you like to
yeah,
see?
I would like this to be a Cold Stone steel chair match. Don't know what that entails, but that's up to management.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some chairs. We're gonna
Okay.
coat them in liquid nitrogen so they're nice and cold, and then we're
Okay.
gonna put them right on the stage,
Right on.
right in the middle of the ring, just like we're playing musical chairs, except they're all frozen together.
My God. And I'll conclude the promo by saying, I think it's about time we put you back on ice. And then I walk off.
Ooh. Oof. Well,
Outlaws for life.
that is a stipulation that we were not expecting, but it looks like we just happen to be lucky enough to have some liquid nitrogen on hand. So, Coldstone, what do you have to say about this newly added stipulation?
Ooh, first of all, I like to say I like the stipulation. Working with the ice is just something I like to do, and I do often as a hobby. One thing, yeehaw, I like the get up of your go. But whenever you came after me and my delicious, delectable ice cream, I just can't take that laying down. I'm gonna double turn you like a great old batch of fudge the management. I'm gonna take you down as a peg in the line of management. Get ready to be on ice, along with Caretaker.
Ooh, calling out Caretaker as well as Yeehaw for disrespecting his new release of his brand of ice cream, Fudge Management. Still available while supplies last. Well, let's not wait any longer. It looks like the chairs are good and frozen. Let's get directly to the main event here of this match. We'll have Yeehaw enter first.
Okay, all right. For this time, he will come out in his singles music out of respect for the Outlaws. But he's got a cowboy vest on, and he turns around, and it says it's an O with an A inset in it, and he throws up the Appalachian Outlaws gang sign before getting down to the ring, finger guns at the crowd and all that, and yeah, he's gonna slide into the ring and try and get everyone hyped up for the show that's about to commence.
You want to work the audience before he comes
I
in?
would love to.
Okay.
Plus audience.
Yep.
Okay, so I have +3 thanks to last week's
Mhm.
events. Oh, let's go 13.
Whew.
Spicy.
Everybody's excited. Finger guns all around. People are excited to see what Yeehaw's going to bring to the table. All right, Coldstone, walking out. Are we distributing more ice cream on the way?
He's gonna have a few pints of ice cream, and he's gonna be walking through the crowd, handing it out. It's gonna get to one of Yeehaw Jones fans wearing a cowboy hat with one of the trademark lassos. He's gonna hand it to him, stop, turn around, rip it out of his hands, open it up, throw it at him, walk down to the stage. He's gonna be wearing a mock-up of a cowboy outfit with ice cream features on it.
So in his holsters, instead of guns, he's got ice cream cones.
Mm-hmm. And whenever he gets to the stage, he's gonna pull them out like guns and point them at Yeehaw, and then throw them off. Throw off the duster, and the hat's gonna go out to the crowd as well.
Amazing. Are you also going to attempt to work the audience before starting?
I will attempt to work the audience as well.
I'm stuck between abject horror and actually digging the cowboy ice cream gear, so I'm trying to kill it. I'm like, why did I think about that?
So working the audience, I roll my audience, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, that's a 14.
Wow. Again.
I'm really ready for this match.
Everybody is excited for this match. We've been waiting such a long time. You've been out of action for a while, and this has been a match that people have been waiting for. So let's not stand on any more ceremony. The chairs have been placed in the middle of the ring between you all. You are in your opposite corners, and Coldstone, you will start in control of this match.
Alrighty, I'm going to. I'm just gonna I'm gonna Irish whip him into the ropes. That'd be a work.
Yes.
Uh, 12.
Wow. Starting strong.
Tonight.
Yeah, big dice. Big dice tonight. So you're Irish whipping him off the ropes, and what?
As he bounces back off the ropes, I'm gonna pick up a chair and just have him run straight into it. While yelling, "Put him on ice!" Oh no, that's a 6.
Oh no! Yeehaw, how would you like to recover?
Okay, so also I should note that because we're in a match with stipulation, I have +1 momentum and +1 from working the crowd, so I have 4.
Yep.
Okay, great, cool. So what he does is when he's coming off the rope and he sees the chair, he's gonna slide underneath the middle of Coldstone's legs,
Okay.
tip up, and do a drop kick on his back so that he slams himself into the chair.
Oof.
Yeehaw! Oh, I don't know if I want to spend that momentum,
Uh-oh.
but the spot is so cool. Wait, okay, is it 7 as success?
It's 7 to success.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna spend 3 of my momentum.
Oh, is that all? Just 3?
Yeah.
All right, just 3 to make sure that it works.
Actually, it's 1. I'm sorry. I have +2 work.
Oh, okay, okay.
I just got so traumatized. Sorry.
Saved it there.
Yes, sir.
kicking him into his own chair.
Mhm. I should ask at this point, what is the stipulation for the match other than having liquid nitrogen chairs?
It's frozen chairs. That's what you wanted.
Okay, great. It is what I want. I just want to make sure.
So as you hit people, ice breaks
uh-huh.
off the chairs.
Oh my god. Okay, so I drop kick him in the chair. He's stunned, and I'm gonna pick up the other chair because it's 2 chairs.
There's
That were in the
4.
ring?
Yeah, there's 4
4.
chairs
Oh
in the
my
ring.
god. Okay,
Yeah,
Central.
they were
Dangerous
ready.
Central. I'm gonna take another one and make an ice cream sandwich out of this man by hitting his backside again with a cold chair.
Creating the ice cream sandwich.
Yes. Does this work? What is
It still work.
what is how to roll for frozen chair?
Yeah, how to roll for frozen
yeah.
chairs.
I got a 9.
All right, still success.
Okay, now I'm building up steam. I got that. And at this point now, I guess okay. So I want to hand over control, but I
Mhm.
want to do it in a way that's like I want him to have fallen on his back, and so I like start showboating. I get on the top rope, and I go in for an aerial move,
Mhm.
and then I hand over control. So
Okay.
however you want to take it, go for it.
All right, so you've sandwiched in between both frozen chairs. He's hit the ground. You're showboating over him. You climb up onto the top rope of the turnbuckle and leap, and Cold Stone go.
So I'm gonna roll over up onto my feet as he lands on the mat,
Uh-huh.
and I'm just gonna start pretty much ground pounding him, like
Okay.
stomping him.
Some stomps. Give me a work on them stomps.
10.
All right. Doing
Nice.
good. Selling the stomps.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stomp him for a little bit, and then I'm gonna grab him by his arm and drag him over to one of the corners, and then go to the other corner and like kind of rev myself up like a bull charging,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna go in for a kick to the chest.
Running flying kick.
Oh my God.
You do have momentum to spend.
I'm gonna spend 2 momentum to make that a 7.
We're big spenders tonight.
All right, we're doing
Oy.
good.
I got
We're
that
doing great.
momentum to spend, man. Come on.
All right, so you get the kickoff into the corner of the ring from flying from the other side. What's next?
I will hand control over to him as I
Okay.
get the kickoff on him.
All right, so Yeehaw, you take the full-on kick charge and back to you.
Okay. At this point, do you still have the chair? Are you still holding the chair?
No, I don't have the chair anymore.
Okay.
There's
don't have
still
the chair.
two. There's still two frozen folded chairs in the middle of
Gotcha.
the ring.
Okay. So seeing that he doesn't have a chair, I want to take a chair and
Okay.
throw it at him for him to catch it,
Uh-huh.
and then do like a spinning kick into the chair. Roll dice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Both of you roll work since he's wanting
Okay.
you to join in on this.
Yeah. Don't drop this. I know it's the first match, but we can't mess this up, man.
Got 9.
Yeah, I got a 9 as well.
All right.
All right.
So you
Okay.
throw him the frozen chair. He catches it, and you get the kick right off into him.
Awesome. Now at this point, he stumbles into the corner, and I'm going to go into the corner and do just like some work punches into him.
Mhm.
And then when he gets down, I want to place a chair like between the ropes in front of his face,
Mhm.
go to the other side of the ring, and do the same thing he did, but this time with a chair. And now I'm gonna
Oh,
basement
okay.
drop kick the chair into his face, hopefully.
Chair
Yes.
into his face, drop kick. So give me a
Yes.
work roll for
Okay.
the punches to get him set
Okay.
up.
9.
All right, and now one more
Sure.
work roll for the charge.
Charge. Wow. Okay. That's a 9 again.
All
These
right,
dice are
again.
almost just a spooky.
Whew.
Okay.
All these chair hits.
Yeah, for sure. And now at this point, I have. Okay, so he's down on the ground. I'm going to. Let's see. I'm gonna bring him up. I'm gonna put the chairs on a pile, and I'm gonna bring him up and like motion for a suplex, and the whole crowd can see like what's about to happen. And then I'm
Mhm.
gonna go for a snap suplex to hit him into the pile.
All right.
Nice. Oh yeah. Okay. 12.
Everybody's super excited to see this suplex into the chairs.
Yeah, and I at that point I had the chair splayed out a bit so that I took a bit of the hit. But I get up and I try and go for a clothesline on him and a hand over control, and I'm really telegraphing I'm going for a clothesline.
Okay.
Alright, so as he goes in for the clothesline, I'm gonna see it come and duck under it, let him bounce off the rope, and as he comes back, hit him with the clothesline back.
Okay. Clothesline reversal.
8.
Yeah, all right. It's the clothesline reversal. What's
Alright,
next?
so as he's laying on the ground, I'm gonna set up one of the chairs and drag him over to it and set him down in it. And I'm gonna get up on one of the turnbuckles and I'm gonna give him the cone.
Ooh.
Ooh. All right. Going
Also,
for the
when
cone.
when I sit in the cold chair, I'm like, ah, da, da, da. Oh,
I'm gonna try to get the crowd pumped up. I'm gonna like hold my arm up and
yeah.
All right,
work-
so
can I-
give me a work the audience first.
14.
That's
Jeez.
damn.
And now people are on their feet for the cone.
Alright, and don't screw up this work roll or else I'm gonna look like a butt. Ah, 11.
All right, hits well. It's clean onto dropping the cone onto Yeehaw. And then are you still remaining in control? Are you giving up control? What are you doing?
I'll give it control after that, as it kind of hurt me too, hitting the chair on the way down.
Probably.
I'll stand up and like hold my shoulder, act like I'm in pain, or my
Ooh.
chest, act like I'm in pain.
Oof. He could be in pain. Yeehaw, this could be the moment you've been waiting for to get the clothes.
Okay, got it. So at this point, I'm going to put the wait. So hit me in the chair.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
Hit you in the
was I
cone.
sitting in the chair?
Yeah, you were sitting in the chair.
Sitting in the chair.
Hits
so
you with the cone.
It breaks through the chair, or it like
Yeah,
collapses
and
or
you're like,
something.
yeah.
Okay, and at this point, I'm gonna take the broken seat, and I'm going to slam it into his I guess yeah, his arm that I would work for my submission finish.
Okay.
So I just wanted to see that I caused damage first. That's gonna be an 8.
All right.
And then once he's messed up on that, I'm going to do the thing where I set his arm around where I have a grip on it, and I'm gonna slam him down on the pile of chairs and go for a Frontier Justice finish.
All right. Frontier Justice finish.
Yeah.
Interrupt.
Oh! We knew it was coming.
That's awesome.
Yep.
All right, he has you set up for his finisher, and then you spend to interrupt. What are you doing?
So how do you have me set up right now?
So I have it. So basically, the transition move is essentially a choke slam kind of thing, and then I would wrap your arm around the back of your head for an anaconda vice kind of move. So you could do in the choke slam or the submission, whichever works for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna whatever you're trying to go for the choke slam. You gotta grab my throat. I headbutt you to get the interrupt.
Ah, okay.
Nice.
And then I wanna take one of the chairs and just bring it over to him and then bam, bam, bam.
Wow. Okay.
7.
I was getting those hits in with the chairs.
And then I'm gonna take a suggestion from the audience here. I'm gonna throw him to the ground and the chair, and I'm gonna go over, open his mouth, and try to get his tongue out on one of the liquid nitrogen chairs to stick to it.
Wow.
How am I ever gonna taste steak again, you monster?
Looks like it'll be impasta burgers for you.
No!
10.
Wow.
Dear Lord.
He has placed your tongue onto the frozen chair.
I
It is
don't
now
know.
straight out of A Christmas Carol.
I was just thinking, yeah.
You're still in control, Cold Stone.
As he's sitting there trying to pull his tongue off, I'm gonna
Yeah.
rip the chair off his tongue and then wham!
So, I don't think you would be able to rip the chair off his tongue without doing real.
Yeah.
Just,
I'm gonna be doing promos like this.
I'm just pointing that out.
You son of a
So,
bitch.
it's completely up to you.
He does the one thing for me.
8.
Wow.
As he goes to rip the chair out,
Uh-huh.
can Matt Savage do a run-in real quick?
Matt Savage can do a run-in, yes.
Fantastic. He's gonna run in with a cup of hot water and throw it at Yeehaw's face in order to melt the connection, so that way it doesn't tear off of his tongue when he goes to
Okay.
pull the chair off.
So
I think he
we
needs to roll
burn
a real
Yeehaw's face a little bit in the throw of the water, but it also allows the real pull to
Mhm.
go through without ripping the flesh off his tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Way to save your teammate.
By scarring me for life.
It's not like scaldingly hot water. It's just like warm enough to get the job done.
enough for ramen.
It's not like he was taking a
Yeah.
pot of coffee and
Matt
throwing
Savage.
it at your face.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we're not talking permanent scarring here. We're just talking enough to
Literally
get
gonna
him
be the
saved.
Phantom of Na with a bat.
Yeah, now it's happening.
Chomp flesh beneath.
This is where the transition happens.
This is how it begins. This is how the transition starts. All right, so you get the rip off of the chair without permanently damaging Yeehaw. Now what are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna hit him with the chair as it rips
Okay.
as it disconnects from the tongue. It's back and
Hit again.
Now it's not reinforced by ice. Oh no, now it's hot. Oh no.
I'm gonna spend 2 to make it a 7.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm getting
2
low
to make
on
it a
that.
7 to get that hit.
And then
Amazing.
I'll give him the control to
And then back.
get
Giving
that
control
momentum
back.
Mm.
All right, Yeehaw, you're back in control after being hit with the chair. Had your tongue placed on the frozen chair. Had hot water thrown at your face to have it melted, ripped off your tongue, and hit with again.
Okay. Okay, wiping away the hot but not scalding water. I see my outline crime, my brother, and now it is fallen upon me that this is a no DQ match.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna take a chair, hand him another chair, and I want to go for a double chair slam from both sides.
Okay.
So would we both roll work for this?
Yes.
Okay. 9. Again, what the hell? These dice are weird. Go over there. I need to look at them.
I'm gonna use my 2 momentum I started with to go ahead and make that a 7.
Just to make sure that it gets pulled off. All right.
Sacrifices for a good spot, man. You gotta do it.
Yeah, that's right.
And
All right,
then
going with the chair sandwich again. This time from both Matt Savage and Yeehaw, hitting Cold Stone in between the chairs. And now once again, a dazed Cold Stone is set up.
Okay. I'm going to try, and this time I'm going to signal for our tag finish from last week. And I'm gonna go for the wind up and go for this is I would spend I forget. Do I spend momentum for this?
It's only momentum.
Only momentum. Okay, I have 6.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna do +6. Yeah. 13.
Wow. Hits big.
Hits big.
The tag match finish to Coldstone needed both of them in there to stop him. After the chair smash sandwich from both Matt Savage and Yeehaw. We have them set up for their signature tag team move, which puts Cold Stone on the ground for the count.
Yeah. And I put the foot on him, and then I'm just throwing up the Appalachian Outlaws sign as we count to 3.
Whew. Appalachian Outlaws for the win.
Oh my god. Are we the baddies?
Well, let's go to the sidelines to see what the announcers have to say about this one. Definitely an odd request to have frozen chairs added into the match, but it seemed to work out. Jim, what do you have to say about that?
Well, after he put him in for the first spot there between the chairs and Yeehaw Jones got up on the top rope, I thought we were going to see a man cream sandwich in the middle of that ring, but luckily, Cold Stone was able to get out of the way in time in order to save himself, but having the run out there to save his partner with the water, I don't think was necessarily the worst move, but he probably should have left him to finish it by himself. You know, you gotta give the wrestlers some time to earn their own credibility as singles wrestlers. So I'm hoping that the Appalachian Outlaws get things a little under control going forward, and hopefully we don't see as many runouts or interferences going forward. But overall, fantastic match from both men. Cold Stone with that top rope dipped cone, fantastic. Always a great spot. Love to see it. You know the kids love it, and so do all the single women in the crowd. And overall, I think that it was just a really well showing for both of them as singles competitors, and I'm excited to see what Cold Stone has in cold storage going forward.
I definitely can't wait to see what else he pulls out of Deep Freeze. And also, if you're looking for your very own cone holsters, be sure to go check the concession stands whenever you get a chance. They are currently on sale. I don't know about you, but there's nothing better to hold fudge management than a cone gun. That will lead us into our next match here. We're bringing out one of the current undefeated wrestlers so far this season. Matt Savage will have his own showing here. Looks like against the recently taken Seamus McTavish, if I'm reading the cards right. But Seamus was taken at the end of the last match backstage, and we haven't heard from him since then. Well,
Absolutely. Have not seen him since the lights went out on last week's episode. We did see, I believe it was Big Ben and Cold Stone doing a bit of investigatory snooping around the back. But we haven't seen what happens. All we know is that Caretaker seems to be the one responsible for these mysterious disappearances, and to what end he's doing it, and to what they're hoping to accomplish. Only time will tell at this point, Bob. I have no idea what is going on with Caretaker, but he definitely seems to be in the pocket of management in some way. And to what end, as I said, who knows?
well, the only time will tell for sure. But let's see what Matt Savage has to say about tonight's matchup. Matt, are you excited for tonight's matchup? I know it's going up against one of the tag team members of the EU, which you and Yeehaw did have the opportunity to make a showing against in last week's episode. But how do you feel about tonight?
Absolutely looking forward to this match. I have nothing but respect for the European Union. Big Ben and Seamus McTavish have proven that they're fantastic wrestlers in this company, but they're not the best wrestler. And that's what I'm here to make sure that everybody understands, is that I will be going to the top of Northern Appalachian Wrestling, whether it be with the Outlaws or whether I end up having to go that mountaintop alone. But so far, with Yeehaw Jones on my side, we've been able to make great things happen, and am really interested to see the state of Seamus McTavish after his mysterious disappearance last week. So I'm really hoping that management doesn't have their fingers in this proverbial pie in any situation, but nobody knows at this point with those guys.
That is the truth. We still have not been able to track down Seamus McTavish since the beginning of the show, so it will be an interesting showing, to say the least, having him walk out here for this match.
Well, he'll know where to find me, because I'll be right in the middle of the ring waiting for him.
Well, Matt, we look forward to your showing as always, and hopefully you can keep the streak alive. I know a lot of people here in the audience are just as excited to see that continue as every one of you at home watching as well. So, without further ado, let's get this match going. Matt Savage, ladies and gentlemen, walking out from the back.
With that, he's gonna have customary chair in hand, as
Mhm.
is tradition, with the X painted on the seat, and then he has taped. He normally has tape up on his arms, and on the right hand side he has 4, and on the other hand he has O written on him, and
On the
comes
tape.
out with his with the chair and slides into the middle of the ring and undoes the chair and sets it down in the middle of the ring and sits in it waiting for Seamus to show up. Can I do a
Meanwhile,
work the audience on the way down?
yep, go ahead.
Okay. What's my audience at currently?
I believe you're at. Believe you're at 3, audience.
3? Okay. I couldn't remember if it was 3 or 4.
I'm pretty sure you're at 3.
So whoever was at 4 last week gets knocked down to 3 because I've
No.
got top spot right at the end.
If you get knocked out of top spot, you go back down to 1.
1. Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it 1? Okay.
1.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to work your way back up. And it's everybody that was in top spot, not just one person.
Yes.
So,
So I got a 10 for the work the audience.
all right.
So I can go ahead and have one of those stocked.
Just in case, right? Just in
Just in
case.
case.
So everybody's super excited to see what's going on. The lights will dim. There'll be the sound of rumbling music. As they come back up, we see someone that looks like Seamus McTavish. We can't see his face, as it's currently encased in an iron mask. He makes his way down into the ring, through the middle of the ropes, and just dead-eye stares at you, sitting in your chair.
Okay.
So we're ready to get this one started, and Matt Savage, you are going to be starting in control.
Okay. As we go to start, I'll fold up the chair and slide it out of the ring, so it's not in there anymore. And then I'm gonna walk up to Seamus and go for the old sportsmanship.
Okay.
Put my hand out for a handshake.
Seamus goes for the handshake, and then pulls you in to put you in a headlock
What a
right
heel.
away.
What a heel.
Starting out strong with the headlock move.
All right.
He puts you in the headlock for just a couple seconds, and then just throws you out into the other side of the ring.
Okay.
Then gets in a position ready for you.
Okay. I am gonna go back to him then and just go for a straight lockup.
Okay.
So, and that is Ooh, that's a 6
Ooh.
on that one.
Oof. So you go into lockup, and he's going to overpower you a little bit. He will Irish whip you into the side ropes, and then as you come back, he'll telegraph a clothesline back to you.
Okay. Seeing the telegraphed clothesline, I'm gonna do a dip under the clothesline, go
Mhm.
back to the other rope, bounce off of it, and then come back and go for a drop kick.
Okay.
That is an 11.
Wow. Hitting big.
Switch dice.
Probably a good idea. You're still in control after the drop kick.
Okay. After getting the drop kick, I'm just gonna kind of go with the ground stomps, and just kind of work him over a little while he's on the mat.
Okay.
So that will be 8.
All right. Give him the heels to the ground. Take some of the hits. Let some of them bounce off of the metal mask that he has on his head.
Mm-hmm. And then I'll after that I'll kind of bring him back up off of the mat,
Mhm.
and then set him up and go for a Snapdragon suplex.
Okay.
And that will be yeah, 4.
So you go for the suplex, and instead
Mhm.
he reverses it on you.
Okay, fair enough.
You go for the lift, don't quite get it, and he'll rock you back. So
Okay.
he'll drop you into the suplex, and then he's going to drag you over into the corner and put boots to you. And then he lifts you up and sets you on the ropes with your arms back over the top rope. And he runs to the other side, the opposite corner, and sets up to do a running spear. Hands control back over.
Okay. So are we in the corner?
You're in opposite corners. He put you
Opposite
up in
corner.
one
Okay.
corner, and then he
Gotcha.
went to the other one, and then made a run like he's going to spear you into the turnbuckle.
So going in for the spear, I'll do the sidestep and kind of momentum him on the back, so he
Mhm.
goes through and
Jams
clips
into it.
the corner into the ring post and bounces off.
Okay.
And then while he's kind of recovering and getting back up off of that,
Mhm.
Matt Savage is gonna run to the rope that's set up behind him, and jump onto the second rope and then bounce off of it and do a springboard cutter.
Okay.
Trying to figure out how effective that will be against a metal helmet, but we will see.
You might
We'll
stun him.
see.
Might stun him.
It might stun myself. Who's to say?
That's true too.
That is a 7 on the dot.
Ooh, just enough to pull it off. It looks like he stumbles a little bit, but
After I take him down with the bounce off of the stutter, I
mhm.
kind of stand up and he's like rotating the
The
shoulder a
yeah.
little bit, just kind of
Mhm.
like a little sting.
That was not exactly the way that you wanted it to go.
No. And so then after working that, we're gonna hand over control.
Oh, okay. So he takes a minute to right himself, holding his head.
Mhm.
He's staring you down. He's gonna come over. Oof. Looks like he was going to set up for some slap chops and completely botches that.
So as he goes in to do the chops, every time he kind of does a chop, I
Mhm.
just do a little bit of a
A flex.
pop back to kind of rebuke the chops, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna start laying into him with my own chops
All right.
to counter. which will be that's a 5.
Oh, both of you just
That's
not doing so hot. He is going to then just try and wrap you up and throw you up over his shoulder and then bring you down on his knee.
ooh. Okay.
He has to spend a momentum to get this to succeed.
Fair.
He then rolls you off onto the mat, and he'll
Okay.
do a little bit of celebration. He's dropped you on the floor, and then he's gonna put a boot on your chest, doing a celebratory pose.
Oh, rude, but fair. Rude, but fair.
Handing control back over to you.
Okay. So while he has the boot on the chest, I'm gonna reach out and grab his other foot and try to like pull it to like drop him off of his feet, so
Mhm.
he'll land next to me on the mat.
Okay.
I'll burn one momentum to get a 7. to get a 7 on that one.
Ooh,
Yep.
barely squeaking by here.
Yeah. This is a bit of a rough one here.
This is a little sloppy match.
Yeah, and then going to the well that he hasn't gone to before. Now that his opponent's on the ground, I'm gonna set him up for essentially the STF lock that Cena does. So it's you take one leg, put it forward, and then lean against them and do like a cross hold on the face.
Right.
Kind of stretch them out. Oh, or I'm not, because that's a 5. Jesus,
Oh
these dice tonight.
no! Not
Oh,
good.
boy.
You go
Oh,
for the
boy.
lockup, and as you're trying to set him up into the submission, he's going to suddenly roll out and give you one heck of a suplex.
Okay.
After that, he will then run up onto one of the turnbuckles and is gonna just belly flop from the top. Boom. Landing on top of you. And then he's gonna pull one leg, try to get a lockup to try to get a count. Handing control back over to you. We're at 1, 2.
Does the kick out at 2.
Mm-hmm.
Go for the kick at 2.
He's frustrated, banging the metal on his head.
I am then going to get up and grab him and go for an Irish whip.
Okay.
There we go. That's an 8 for the Irish whip.
All right.
And then on the bounce back of the Irish whip, I'm just gonna, as he comes back into me, I'm just gonna grab him and then go for a release German over the top.
Okay.
Oh, roll properly, dice, please. Oh, that is a 10 for the release German.
Oh, finally.
Woof.
All right, you're still in control after that.
So after hitting with the release German, I am gonna go ahead and then start to pump up and try to go for a work the crowd again.
Okay.
That is a 9 for work the crowd. And I will definitely be taking that one momentum. With having them kind of pumped up after going for the release German, he's gonna kind of start doing like a hand signal from behind Seamus, indicating that he's going for the setup for the finisher.
All right. That is going for his setup finisher. Let's see if you can pull it off.
Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see. So I rolled a 6 with my +2 momentum is 8, and with excellence of execution, I get to use my +2 work, which will put me at a 10 exactly.
Exactly what you needed to be able to pull off the clean finisher on Seamus and finally put him down for the count.
Woo. That was a legitimately terrifying match. My dice were continuously turning against me.
That could have been close.
Ugh.
That Savage barely pulls that one out against an iron masked Seamus, who, even after he's pinned, makes his way off out of the ring without so much as a glance backwards.
As before he tries to leave,
Mhm.
Matt Savage is gonna try to see if he can take off the iron mask.
When going to try to remove, locked from the back.
Ah, okay, okay.
There's one small padlock holding holding the mask together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He'll just swipe at your hands really quick, kind of stare at you, and then make his way out of there.
Okay.
Wow, let's cut to the sidelines and see what they have to say about this one. Jim, I gotta start by saying, what was with that mask? Why did he have it? He had the momentum to put Matt Savage down. It was looking like a very close match. Matt Savage, we've never seen him really struggle like this in a match before. I think it was much closer than everyone realizes.
Absolutely, Bob. You know, I've heard of a French man in the Iron Mask, but I've never seen a Scottish one before, so definitely a night of firsts. Did seem to be a pretty consistent back and forth for this match between Seamus and Matt Savage. Like you said, generally Matt's been on a bit of a hot streak, but definitely had to fight for it tonight. Uh, Surprisingly, what I'm looking forward to hearing is how Big Ben's going to react to his tag partner in the EU showing up seemingly disassociated with this iron mask, not really talking to Matt or anything like that. Hasn't said anything, and as far as we know, doesn't plan on saying anything in the backstage either. So I'm very interested to see what exactly is going on here. And as far as I know, we also haven't seen Caretaker tonight either. So
No, we haven't.
could he also be skulking around the arena looking for another victim? Has he been watching to see what would happen with Seamus?
Maybe we
After
should get somebody back there to watch the light switches this time and make sure that there isn't another blackout and a strange disappearance.
Well, we did make sure that the padlocks were replaced on the circuit breaker before tonight's taping, Bob. So hopefully we should be avoiding any other muddlements with
Well,
the
if
lighting
Caretaker
systems.
is indeed working with management, who's to say what locks we place on anything will do anything at all? But I am
Absolutely.
curious to hear from Big Ben as well. Let's see if we can catch him backstage and find out what he thinks about this new development. Ben, do you have a minute for us? What do you have to say about this?
Say about what exactly? I'm sorry. I missed the last match. It just didn't really do it for me. It seemed kind of slow, and so I went to get some good old American nachos.
Your tag partner of the EU, one Seamus McTavish, showing up in the ring in an iron mask.
Oh yeah. That wasn't my tag partner. That was obviously Caretaker. I mean, everybody knows who wears the masks around here, and it's not Seamus. I mean, let's be perfectly honest here. We all know exactly what's going on, Caretaker. You're not fooling anyone. Okay? So you can mark that down as a win against Caretaker and not Mr. McTavish, who we still don't know his whereabouts. but that certainly was not him. I've wrestled with the man before. The build, the look, everything is different. You may not have caught the subtleties, but I certainly did. So.
Big Ben again showing us that he can channel his home country's Sherlock Holmes, and that he is determined that this man indeed is an imposter and not Seamus McTavish. What a revelation that would be if he turns out to be correct. Of course, management pulling their shenanigans as usual. Who knows what we can expect? Big Ben, of course, ready to be on the case to find out. Next up for this evening, we have our huge card for our first ever Rage in the Cage. As requested, Big Ben is finally going to put Dark Love in his place, maybe. This will be our first ever cage match. We are currently setting the arena up for it. Let's cut back to Dark Love to see what he has to say about this upcoming match. Dark Love, what are you feeling? How do you feel? This is your first cage match, the first cage match of the season. What's going through your mind?
I feel like him requesting this is the cage was made for me, Big Ben, and I'm gonna show you just how good I'm gonna use it. I brought a gift. It's in memory. It's in memory of your bat. Um, I've got a nice little video for you. Okay, just right before the match, you'll see.
Okay, an ominous interview there from Darkloved, letting Big Ben know that he has something for him, and clearly the cage is meant for him. The hardcore fan favorite, Darkloved. I wish him the best of luck going up against Big Ben, who has shown time and time again that he is able to power through any obstacle that has been put in his path. Before we cut to hear from Big Ben and how he feels about the cage match this evening, we'd like to take a moment to take a break and thank our sponsor for the evening. Sponsoring tonight's episode, everybody, Trebuchets. Have you ever had a problem with a neighbor? Maybe you're trying to invade their castle. Maybe you're trying to acquire the princess, but she's someplace else. Well, look no further than Trebuchets, the only siege weapon that you should trust. Big Ben, cage match tonight. First cage match requested by you. How are you feeling? Putting Dark Love in his place after breaking that childhood memory.
Well, I mean, you know, he didn't really have to go and do that, to be honest. I mean, that's why I wanted this match. To tell you the truth, there's been a whole lot of hullabaloo over his "I like pain" sort of I guess gimmick or shtick or whatever you want to call it. And I mean, tonight, that's all coming to an end because last time I checked, dead men don't feel anything.
Well, that's quite the statement from Big Ben tonight. I don't think I've seen this side of him. Darkloved, I would be afraid to step in the ring if I were you. This is not a man that you want on your bad side, to say the least. We are almost set for the Rage in the Cage match, brought to you tonight by Trebuchets. Jim, how are you feeling about this match?
Well, as always, I'm excited to see the virtuoso of hardcore, Dark Love, get into this ring right now. Get inside these four walls. I'm very interested to see as well. How is Big Ben gonna get the official up over the top of that cage into the crowd tonight? Is another mystery that I'm hoping to be solved. But you know, I think that Big Ben's going into this match with a lot of hatred already stored up, with a lot of confusion with everything going on with his tag partner with Seamus, and I'm wondering if that is gonna play into Dark Love's favor. You know, he might have the mental advantage going into this because Dark Love's going into this match with one goal and one goal only, and that's to cause pain.
That is true. That is what he does. He lives for it, and the crowd loves him for it. But can he deal with the pain that could possibly be dished out by this monster from across the pond? Only time will tell. We'll have to get a look here. I also am curious as to what is going to happen with this referee tonight. Let's cut to the entrances. Coming in first, Big Ben.
All right, so the usual, you know, the cape. I don't have the dual-sided flag right now though, since I'm doing a singles match. You know, so
Okay.
it's just my regular Union Jack. All
Uh-huh.
right, I got my velvet cape. I actually have a like the velvet crown on right now. And my red coats are following me in lockstep in a column behind me. But this time, I actually have a couple of young girls with baskets throwing rose petals on the floor behind them for me to walk down on. Okay, and
Okay.
you know, I'm gonna do my usual. I'm pointing to my red coats in the crowd, and I'm gonna go ahead and get that work the
Work-
audience, right?
Okay.
So I'm not gonna
Uh,
say. I'm
what?
not gonna say the ref's probably like dressed in hockey pads right now. He's got a tether around his waist, tied to one of the corners.
That's gonna be a 7 on the work the audience.
All right, that still succeeds. The audience is excited. They haven't seen a cage match in a while.
For the first time you like you work the audience or something.
What's that? When you work the audience, you get a momentum for the success.
Yeah, no, there's a cheap heat, I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah.
you're a heel if you insult the audience or the hometown. You can use
Oh,
that.
yeah,
as
I
well.
didn't insult anybody today. Never mind.
No,
That's right.
you haven't
That's what it is.
insulted.
Okay. Okay. I usually insult everybody for that specific reasons, but okay, never mind. So yeah, and then the is the cage down already?
The cage is encasing the ring.
Well, how am I supposed to get in the ring if the cage is already
There's
surrounding the ring?
There's a door in
Oh.
that they close and lock the door once you get in.
All right, I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna whisper in Dave's ear. You might want to leave while you can, mate.
Oh, he's already on the outside. He knows better.
Attaboy. Yo, what just happened to Titan's camera?
I don't know. Titan, you're having a
Oh, is that me?
yeah, you're having a
Yeah.
little bit of a fit over here.
What is going on over there?
It's the fear of Big Ben right
I was
now.
like, is he ducking me already?
That was happening for me, for you guys. That's weird.
Yeah, that's weird. You were definitely freaking out there.
Okay. Yeah, I should have looked at the stream. Wow, that's a
So
okay.
yeah, the ref immediately gets out of the ring after he helps you get into it through the door. He just stands on the outside and waits. Dark Love, your entrance is next.
All right. So music starts playing, and crowd goes wild again. I appear in the audience. And I kind of just stand there, and I have this covering over an object in my hand,
Uh-huh.
and then I kind of just point to the screen, and the video starts playing, and it
Okay.
shows me throwing the bits and pieces of the rest of the bat into a chipper as it gets shredded, just shredding, and it's being caught into a container of some sort.
Uh-huh.
And after you see me sprinkling the bits into a mold of a bat, and it's getting filled with epoxy as it's filled with all of the shrapnel.
Okay.
And then I reveal the bat out in the audience, and I'm like modeling it for everybody, like
He's turned your cricket bat into an American baseball bat. Wow, that is
Aim it
next
in the
level
ring.
disrespect right there.
And you also notice I'm wearing a cape, and in it is also embroidered a bunch of shards from the cricket bat as well. And I'm just like displaying this thing. Like, here you go, and I make my way to the ring.
Okay.
I will work the audience with that.
All right, give me a work the audience roll.
Yeah. That is an. I have a +3 to that right now, so that is a 9.
Okay, that's a success.
Okay, so how much momentum am I starting with here? Could be
+1 from making the audience. You will have should be 3
3.
to
Okay.
start.
I also get more from the cage match, correct?
Well, it's not. It's not necessarily just a hardcore match. It is specified specifically as a cage match.
Okay. Wanted to verify. Okay, starting
Yeah.
at 3. Got it. Yeah, make my way into the ring, and I kind of just like egg them on to hurry up and lock the door.
As you enter, Dave, the ref, just whispers to you, "I'll be praying for you. Good luck." And then you hear the door shut and lock. All right, there's no way anybody can get into the cage or out of the cage. No interruptions can be made. It is between these two individuals this evening. Dark Loved, the hardcore hero, and Big Ben, the commander from across the sea, the leader of the EU. You destroyed his bat.
And I'm wearing it.
Good luck. All right. Big Ben, you get to start in control of the match this evening. Are we ready to rumble? The door locks. Your fate is sealed.
All right. As soon as the door locks, I'm already coming across the ring, and I'm
Okay.
just gonna give him the scrub club.
Right. All right.
Okay, that's gonna be a. Is that work?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a 8.
Yep. Boom. Hit right out of the gate.
All right. So while he's dazed, I'm gonna grab him by the back of the head, and I'm gonna shove his face into the cage, and I'm gonna run him from one corner to the other.
Ooh.
And then as I'm doing it, I'm gonna drop and give him one of those, and
Ooh.
that's gonna be real.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I rolled an 8, and I get to
Oh.
because I have shoot kill.
Uh-huh.
I get +3 because I get to use my body. So that's at 11.
Okay. Ow, your face is being cheese grated across the cage, and then you're dropped with an elbow drop onto your back there.
As the camera zooms in, you see a smile on my face.
As your face gets cut up by the cage and you just start bleeding.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we'll see if we can't fix that for you right quick. And then while he's on the ground, I'm actually gonna throw him into tea time. So I'm gonna put him in a oh my god, Texas clover leaf,
Okay.
and then wrap my back arm around it and act like I'm sipping some tea.
I will interrupt.
Ooh. Going for the interrupt.
Well, because I get to do the interrupt after the roll, correct? I get to see if I even need to, correct?
Yeah. So you
Okay.
get to roll for tea time.
Go ahead and interrupt. Roll an 8.
Okay.
Okay. So, immediately kind of duck out of the way while holding the bat, and I'll also swing
Wait,
a reel.
wait a minute, wait a minute. How do you duck out of the way? You're on the ground,
You're on the
and
ground from
I'm trying
being.
to wrap your legs up.
Yeah, he's.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You-
move out of the way. Just gonna like
Okay,
So he's
dip low.
interrupting to roll and
okay.
stand up.
I was
That's
like,
what
how
he
are
would
you
have
gonna
to do.
duck? You're on the ground. Like,
Yeah, he'd have to roll away and then stand up.
Right, roll away. I don't know the moves. I don't know the position.
We will help you out. I will
Yeah.
help you out as
So
much as I
I will
can.
roll out of the way, and then
Okay.
as I'm getting up, like the arm comes around with the bat swinging immediately.
Okay.
Um, and this will be a reel.
Guys, jeez.
Oh, that is a botch. That was a 3.
Okay, so you're gonna go to swing, but because you don't have your balance, it's off, and the bat is gonna slip out of your hand and smack against the side of the cage. Big Ben, how would you like to capitalize on this?
I'm gonna go pick the bat up,
Okay, that's what I thought. Bat is picked
and
up.
I'm gonna look at it and just shake my head,
Mm-hmm.
snap it, put it on my knee, and
Give
toss it out
me,
the cage.
give me a body roll to snap the bat.
8, 11.
Wow. All right,
So I'm
that's
gonna
a
toss it out of the cage, and
that's a
then I'm just
straight
gonna
show of power.
and pass him control for momentum.
All right. Dark Love, it's back to you after you watch him break your bat over his leg and throw it out of the cage.
Alright, so I'm gonna just go ahead and ram in and tackle him. He's a big guy, so I'm just gonna like try to use as much power as I can,
Okay.
since I'm not all that I don't
Y-
have that kind of heft like he does.
So you're
So
gonna
just gonna
try
kind
and
of
spear into him and like push him back, or what's your plan?
push him back right into the cage.
Okay. Give me a body roll. You're trying to
Oh,
power him back.
oh, that is a 7 on the dot.
Well, you succeed to hit the spear, and you start pushing him back into the cage.
As he pushes back into the cage, I'll like jump up, grab onto one of the bars, and be at eye level with him, and just start punching him in the face.
Okay. Work
And
roll for
it's
this.
gonna be a work.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'm even on all of them. That is a 10.
Ow.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Still in control.
All right. I'll take the cape off that I'm still wearing. I've never took it off,
Okay.
and I'm gonna take it to wrap it around his face, um, to kind of blind him
Uh-huh.
while I'm going at it. What do you need me to roll for that?
Well, what are you doing after you're throwing the cape on him to blind him?
I'm just gonna keep punching him in the face.
Okay.
What most people don't see from the outside looking in with this cape is that a lot of the splinters are kind of like sticking out.
Uh-huh.
So this is gonna be a reel.
Okay.
So they're sticking into his
I
face
I
now.
got what you're trying. Yeah. Big Ben, you
That
have
is a
momentum.
10.
You can interrupt whenever you want.
I'm gonna do it right now, actually.
That's what I thought. So he wraps you up
So,
with the splinter cape. And now
so,
the interrupt.
so he's hanging off the bar.
Yes.
He is using his other hand to
Punch.
go ahead and like try to like he's trying to
Well,
throw his
he's
thing
throwing
at
the
me,
cape
right?
and then rearing back to throw punches.
All right, well, I'm gonna grab him by the neck and
Okay.
pick him up and walk him across the ring and choke slam him.
Okay, give me a body roll.
He's so beefy.
Yeah, that's what he does.
7-10.
Poof. All right. You go to try and throw punches. His arm immediately juts out, grabs you by the neck. He walks you across the ring into the center and just slams you into the ground.
All right, and then I'm gonna when you hit something like a 10 like that, you catch another momentum, right? Because you hit
Yeah,
so
I'm
clean.
keeping track.
Okay, I'm just making sure so I'm keeping track too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then I'm gonna grab said cape and stick it over his face while he's on the ground and say, "You filthy cheetah! What the hell is the matter with you?" And I'm gonna just start ground and pounding him like exactly what he was trying to do to me.
Wow.
And,
That's gonna be real.
Jeez.
All right, so that's a 7-10.
I will interrupt.
Okay.
We're all trying to avoid the splinters to the face.
Yeah. Even though your face is already cut up from being dragged
I'm
across.
pretty beat up. But I still have a smile on my face during all of this.
Yes,
So
I
as
know.
he's above me, about to try to start punching me, I'm going to try to I don't know, really solid maneuver. Were you kind of like kneeling over me as you were punching? I kind of want to get a
Well, he's
good
putting
visual
the
of this.
cape over you, and then he's gonna start pounding the cape into your face. So he has to be leaned down over you
Okay. So
because
I'm going
he
to
chokeslammed you to the ground.
yeah. So I'm going to I guess it's a submission where I bring my legs up and try to wrap them around his neck.
Okay.
Um, what would I need to roll for that?
Work. You're rolling work because you're trying to get him in a leg leg submission around the neck.
Okay. That is a 9.
All right. So you've wrapped him up to where he was going to punch, and you shoot your legs around him, so he's got one arm through and his neck, and you're up on his shoulders now.
Okay. And then I'll kind of throw my weight around so I can flip him over, and then I end up on top of him with my legs wrapped around his neck.
Okay, roll me body because you're trying to force him to the ground with
Yeah.
with yours.
I keep having to roll body against this monster.
Yeah, it's tough. I know.
That is a 12. Double 6
Wow.
there.
All right, so
Well, I'm gonna
you'll
go ahead. I'll
use.
go ahead and spend to interrupt that.
Okay, this is
All right, so
awesome.
while he's got his legs around my neck and he's standing up, I'm gonna give him the Ricardo Arona and just dump him. And like I'm going straight over, and he's going. Obviously, he's got his legs around my neck, and he's sitting up above me here.
Yeah. So
He's going down first, so
Yeah,
he's
I-
dropping from a height of. I guess Big Ben is probably like 6'6" easy.
yeah,
So you're
I would say
talking
so.
basketball hoop height.
Yeah, 10
All
feet.
right. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do that for real too.
Jeez.
God damn, I'm on fire tonight. I rolled a 9, 10, 12.
Okay.
So I'm gonna dump him and break the lock,
Okay.
and I'm gonna stand up. Is that all you got, mate? Is that all you got? Get up, you wanker! And I'll
Pass
in
control.
for another momentum.
Okay.
Yeah. That should put me at 4, right?
I actually have you at 5.
Okay.
Okay. What do you have me at?
And I have you sitting at 3.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
And momentum is now back. It's now been passed over to you. As he's
Okay,
taunting you from slamming you off of him to break the submission.
Yeah, that was a hard time. I'm kind of just laying there like
Yeah,
done just from the loss of just everything from that slam.
you are
I'm kinda
definitely bruised.
Yes, I'm kind of struggling to get up. As I kind of like just stare him down, like trying to figure out how I'm gonna beat this monster.
You can quit whenever you like, mate. All you gotta do is tap out.
I'll just walk over to him and then just start slapping him across the chest. Just some
Alright.
actual normal wrestling, no
Yeah.
reels or anything.
All right, give me a work for your slap chops.
All right. That is an 8.
All right. Get the slaps over the chest.
Yes, and then I'll pass control.
Okay. Gain a momentum. He's slap chopping you in the chest.
I guess like it's gonna be like the crowd count 1,
Yeah.
2, and then on the third one, I'm gonna grab his wrist
Uh-huh.
and turn him over for like a cobra twist.
Okay.
This is gonna be it's work, so 9, 8.
Okay. Still succeeds. You've got him in the
And then with that, I'm gonna, because he's kind of chicken winged like
Yeah.
this and sort of compromised, I'm gonna run him the furthest turnbuckle I can find.
Okay, you're running him into the furthest turnbuckle?
Yeah, because we're both standing. He's
Yeah.
just
Okay.
got his arm all situated. So
Okay. So running him into the furthest turnbuckle and the corner of the cage.
Yeah. So for that real roll, that'll be a 10.
Jeez.
I'm rolling hot, dude. I've been rolling like 7s, 9s, and I get
Well,
that
not only that,
plus
but
3.
Dark Love is taking all this abuse too. All these real hits, like he's cut up and bleeding, and he's definitely bruised.
Shouldn't have broke my bat. He didn't have to do that. I didn't make him do that. All right, like he picked this fight. He said he wanted it.
Shouldn't have broke my bat.
Yeah, I mean, I was just trying to make a peace offering to Just Invincible. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm sorry I injured you at the beginning of the season. Here, let me make up for it. And then this dude over here made him want to break my bat. All right, well, I guess we're gonna have to do it then.
I guess that's what we're to. That's what it's come to. So give me that work roll. Or no, real roll. Yeah, sorry. That was a 10. Okay, to push him in.
I rolled a 7. I get the plus 3.
What are you doing after you ram him into the turnbuckle and corner while he was still chicken winged?
I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna give him control again and be like, "You can quit whenever you want, mate. You can quit whenever you want," and give him control.
Okay. Dark Love, it's back to you. You're very, very beat up.
All right. Any injuries from all of this, or I'm just bleeding?
I will calculate what happens to you after the match.
He kind of turns around and he's just like, He works in the audience. He's like, "Look, a fair fight for me for once."
All right, roll
Come
audience.
at me. That is a 10. This is for you. For all of you. Go ahead. Go ahead, make them love me more. I'll just tackle him again.
Going for the spear again.
Yeah, so another spear, try to push him into that cage.
Okay, roll work.
Gotta use the cage. Like, oh wow, that's a botch. That is a 5.
So you go for the spear, and instead, Big Ben just catches you. You make it to about the middle of the ring. This looks like it could be the end for Dark Love.
Oh boy.
All right, so I've got him. He's basically kind of trying to push me.
Yeah.
And it's not working. So
no.
I'm gonna reach around, get a body lock around his waist, and I'm gonna pick him up, and just what do you call that, Austin? Like when you lay the guy out and you're both parallel. You know what I mean?
Like a suplex?
No. It's almost like the guy applying the move is face down, the other guy is face up.
Tombstone pile driver.
Yeah. Or are you trying to do a pile driver?
Not quite, because I want to jump with it, sort of.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh wow.
So kind of like a power bomb?
Kind of?
Yes, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what it's called, but just imagine both of us in the air like this.
Right.
And I'm face down, he's face up.
Okay.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the names of stuff.
Oh, so like an unprettier. Right, Tyler? Would that be like an unprettier?
It sounds almost like he's doing a cutter, but backwards.
Yeah.
Weird.
I'm gonna go with it. We're gonna.
All right, go with it.
All right. Body, because I'm picking him up. I'm guessing, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
Body.
Okay. That was not a good roll.
You have momentum to spend.
But I have +3, so my 4 turns into a 7.
You're so lucky. All right. Boom. The entire crowd is up on their feet cheering. You hear everybody shouting, "Finish him! Finish him!"
So while he's all days, I'm gonna pick him up, throw him over the shoulders for the London Bridge.
Okay.
But this time, I'm actually walking him over to the corner, and I'm gonna get up on the first turnbuckle and jump with it.
Oh. Wow. The amount of pain that has been endured this evening.
Okay, so I rolled a 9, and I'll spend to make it a 10.
Yeah, because you easily can. You could spend to make it much higher than that if you wanted to.
I mean, I guess I could, like, but I don't. It doesn't get me anything. So
All right, so pulls the London Bridge off of the top rope, uh, off of one of the corner turnbuckles, and boom! Well, we've definitely seen London Bridge come down before. Now we're seeing it come down even harder. You're set up to put him in the count.
I'm just gonna stick one finger on his chest
One,
and let the ref count it out.
2,
Yep, I just lay there.
3. Woo! Ref unlocks the cage. You're able to exit.
I'm gonna grab the ref's like collar mic.
Mhm.
Like, I can't take it. It looks like somebody's in need of assistance. You might want to get out here and I don't know, think about maybe doing your job, and then mic drop and then walk away.
Wow.
As he starts walking away, you just hear Dark Loved laughing from the top of his lungs while he's laid out on the ring.
Yeah. Medics will come in to attend to Dark Loved, who can barely get up under his own volition. You'll definitely be put on a stretcher and carried out of the ring.
Yep, he's laughing maniacally.
You've broken not only his body, but apparently also his mind. Well, I haven't seen a hardcore match like that, or a cage match like that, in quite some time. Never has that much blood been spilled in the ring. Jim, what do you have to say about this? I am beside myself with the amount of pain that Dark Loved was put through over a bat.
Absolutely agree with you there, Bob. We didn't know that Dark Loved had the carpentry skills that he put on show here tonight, in order to get that bat over, but I gotta commend him on that. And, Big Ben just came into this match and proved what everybody already knew, which is that that man's tougher than a $2 steak. And he did a hell of a spot, a hell of a match. Dark Loved, I think, enjoyed it. I to be perfectly honest,
With the
no
maniacal
idea.
laughter off of the ring, I'm not sure that he's all there in the head. We'll definitely have to check in with him later, give him some time to rest and recover, and make sure he is indeed all there.
Absolutely. Send that man to anybody but caretaker, please, and make sure that he gets looked after, and checked out accordingly. But hell of a finish here. Once again, Big Ben showing why he is one of the top men in this organization. Just an absolute show of power and an absolute show of resilience from Dark Loved, putting up with it as much as he did. The fortitude and combat prowess that Dark Love showed here is also to be commended tonight. An incredible main event from both of our competitors, and hoping that maybe Big Ben takes a little bit of that rage with him backstage and figures out what is going on with Seamus McTavish.
Again, that could be something else that played into fueling the rage of Big Ben, is attempting to be played by management once again. We all know that there's no love lost between the two of them, and Ben has called them out more than one time during our episodes here, calling them out, giving them a bad name, and of course, management has tried to rein him in, but I just don't see it. I really don't, and I don't think they fooled Big Ben either. Only time will tell on this one. We will cut backstage to see Dark Love being loaded into an ambulance while he's still laughing with an oxygen mask on his face.
While they're shutting the doors
Mm-hmm.
to the ambulance,
Mm-hmm.
right? You see the the EMT that's like digging through some stuff, right? As the doors are shutting, you turn around and he's quite large, bald, and mustachioed.
Oh no. Who is this EMT? Has
May or
Big
may or
Ben
may not have a Union Jack pin on his jacket. I don't know.
Is Big Ben squirreling himself away as we watch that ambulance screech away to the hospital, sirens blaring.